Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Got the RC drag boat, custom, 100% custom drag boat build on the block. Today we're going to be working on a hatch. We're going to build a hatch. I've mocked it up out of cardboard. I laid it out, the designs, on some basswood and got the bones laid out. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it here in a minute. And we're going to construct it. We're going to put it together. So stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. So let's get to it, you guys. Let's get to it. So I've been working on this hatch design for about a freaking week now, and I've done more looking at it than actual like work. So so I've actually got the shape down the way I want it. It's kind of wide and low up front, and it gets skinnier and higher in the back. A lot of thought, a lot of design went into this hatch. It may not look like it, but it has. So what I was gonna do, you know, the hatch, it needs to be hollow once it's done. You know, it needs to be hollow like this hatch. You know what I'm saying? Hollow on the inside, saves weight and gives you more room for or options for setup on the inside. So what I did, you know, I took one of my bulkheads and I cut it out, okay? That way I could just like snap this piece off when it's all finished and skinned, like finished up, and basically use my pull saw to cut here and here, and it would basically pull the whole inside of my hatch design out. All right, so whenever I was cutting this bulkhead, I actually cracked it here and cracked it there with such a like thin design. I went a different route, okay? I basically scarred. You see right there? I made a line around it. Nothing like, not a perfect design because it's going to be the inside. I'll end up sanding it. So I just kind of used my razor knife and scarred all the way around the top of my hatch on all three of the center bulkheads. You guys see that? So I also put lines on both sides. I took my adjustable ruler and put lines on all of them, the same area, so I can actually use my pull knife, cut here, and hopefully it'll make it easier for me to break this center section out of my hatch. Okay, there's probably a better way to do it. I don't have 3D printers, I don't have CNC cutters, I don't have all that fancy stuff. This is a homemade boat, so I'm just showing you guys how I'm building my hatch. I have a post here so we can lock the front in. All right, so I actually angled my back bulkhead. You guys see the hard angle I got in it, so it doesn't get hung up. Once we lock it in there, drop it onto our boat, and it actually closes the gap up pretty good there. You see what I'm saying? I got that hard angle on it, so a lot of thought. So let's go ahead and tack it into place. No turning back now. No turning back now. Okay, so I actually noticed that my stringer is higher than my bulkhead right here, and I wish I'd have noticed that sooner. Okay, so I'm actually going to take my sandpaper here and try to sand it flush. Okay, and I'm actually going to I've been angling these to match the transition on my strips, you know. I've got the cross section sanded out. Okay, this thing's completely dry. It's nice and sturdy. Alright, so what I was thinking is I was going to run a strip of wood right here first to make sure I get the shape of my hatch correct before I start skinning it. Okay, but with this hatch design and the way I have my boat designed, I wouldn't be able to, because I would have to actually like bend it this way. And well, you guys can see how it's lining up on my hatch here. You see how it's lining up, that straight piece? Okay, so I've got some 1/16 by 1/16 square strips. That's gonna be perfect for this. Okay, I can bend these strips any way I want to bend them. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be able to get that bend right there and get it on all my bulkhead joists there, you know? Boom! Alright, I got it all fitted in there. Okay, I had to do some fine sanding around the edge of the hatch, a little bit more sanding on the cabin itself, but it fits in there like a glove. Oh man, it fits perfect, you guys. It'll only go in there one way, which is the way I designed it, so I can push it in from the front, and it's going to lock in basically in the back. Okay, I ended up adding another 16th strip, so I got 2 16th strips and a piece of 1/16 or 1/32 basswood under it. Okay, and I'll just kind of trim up all this once I'm done. I think that's all the lip I'll need. So I've actually been doing some final fit and finish sanding on the actual shape. You can't really tell, but I've actually taken down the sides a little bit more so I get a nice seamless transition from cabin to hatch. Okay, so I'm going to be using this 1/16 by 3/16 balsa wood. Okay, I got a bunch of strips. All right, I'm also going to be using some 3/32 balsa wood. All right, it's a little bit thicker, so I'm basically going to use the thicker balsa on the bottom part. I'll probably do about 4 or 5 planks, maybe up to here. With the thicker stuff, it'll kind of give me give the hatch a little bit more rigidity, and I'll be able to sand the thicker balsa to shape, you know, give a nice transition type deal. Alright, that looks good, man. Oh my god, I'm so freaking stoked. Oh, I'm so stoked, you guys. That's pretty much the way I wanted it to come out. It's a little more bubbleless right here than I wanted. And over here, it's a little more bubbleless. But it actually looks good. It's got a nice contour. It's actually like, it matches the cabin contour to a T, you guys. Check it out, man. That looks freaking awesome. Oh man, one design flaw right here where I wish I would have put a doubler on the back and then stripped it so the doubler would be covered, like, you know, like this right here. But now I may have to put a doubler back here so it'll sit on this lip right here and look right. And I really didn't want to do that. You know, you see how there's a little gap right there and it's kind of bugging me. Plus, with a piece of wood back here, the same height or level with this lip, it'll be easier to tape. You know what I mean? I wish I'd have thought about that. That's what you get when you design your own boat, you know, and you don't go off a plan or anything. It's just a scratch-built boat. No plans, just kind of building it how I want to build it. In my eye, drag boat in my eye. You know, I took several different boat design, like the looks of several boats, made my own boat. You know, I'm super stoked with the way it come out. So I'll show you the underside. All right, I knocked that middle stringer out, and you know what? Let's go ahead and cut one of these bulkheads out. I don't really need it cut out right now, so I'm not going to cut all of them out. I'm going to cut this one out so I can show you guys what I was talking about. Hopefully it'll pop right out for me. Alright, we're going to cut here and cut there. I'll show you guys that and I'll let you guys go. The video's already long as hell. So hopefully it works as expected. I actually put a little bit of super glue right here, some thin, so it may have gotten on that cut. So I made lines here and on the back side so I can cut this this bulkhead out. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to fast forward through this part and I'll slow it down when I break it out. So let's see if it worked. Okay, I'll slowly try to pop this bulkhead out. Alright, boom. Okay, it worked. My idea, my thought process, it worked. So what I'll do is I'll just take some sandpaper, clean up right here, you know, clean all that up, clean the stringer up. All of them will actually be hollowed out like that. Like I said, I'm not ready to do it yet, just in case there's some other stuff. I just wanted to show you guys that before I let you go. Sick, you guys. I think it looks freaking sick, son. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm finally done with the hatch. Can't wait to get the boat done. I hope the shape I made my hatch and the boat, you know, everything. Hopefully it's aerodynamic, you know. Hopefully at high speed to help kind of keep the boat down, you know, with that bubbleless hatch. Hopefully it don't take off like a damn hydrofoam hydroplane. Remember those old hydrofoams that came out in late 80s, early 90s? They were like a hydroplane skipped across the water, and then all of a sudden that bad boy would just take flight and do all kind of maneuvers in the air. Hopefully it don't do that. Oh, I'm ready, man. So I apologize I couldn't do the build video for the whole boat, man. I lost a lot of freaking footage, like I mentioned in previous videos. I am going to do the video on the sponsons, how I put together the sponsons, my thought process on the sponsons, kind of like I did the hatch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helped you out with something. We'll see you guys next time. Big B with Ironclad RC, channel where we tinker, test, and build RC boats. We'll see you next time.